Whew. Whew. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It is Taco Tuesday, or the end of Taco Tuesday, on a short NFL week. We got Christmas. Oh my God, we got Christmas on Sunday. We got Christmas Eve. Cowboys versus Eagles. I can't believe it that this year is literally gone. That next weekend is the end of the year 2022. Wow. It's crazy how fast time goes. You know, they say when you get older that it feels like time goes by quicker because, like, let's say you're 10 years old. A year is a tenth of your life, which seems like a whole lot of time. When you're 50, a year is only a 50th of your life. So your perspective of things changes as you get older. It's not really getting any faster. The clock is still, a second is still a second, a minute is still a minute, an hour is still an hour, and a day is still a day. It just seems like it is. You know, when you cross that 50 boundary, you know, you start to realize that you've got a lot of miles behind you and not quite as many in front of you. And that's when you start realizing your own mortality. And as you lose people around you, some the same age, some that are older, some that are younger, it gets to be scary sometimes. But you have to be thankful for time that you do have and make the most of what you have. You know, it's crazy how many people that have called me, texted me, emailed me, tagged me in posts, you know, commented and stuff on there that are so mad about the Dallas Cowboys. You know, I love the Cowboys. I'm passionate about them. I want to see them win. I want to see them hold up that Super Bowl trophy again so much. I didn't appreciate having those trophies in the 90s because it was just like one right after the other, and you skip a year and you just feel like you're just always going to get more of them. And you have to be thankful for what you've had, and you want to have that again. And I so need that. But you still have to be thankful for what you have. I'm sitting here thinking about how pissed off people are about a team that still has 3 games to go that has already won 10 games. I remember the 3 years with Tony Romo, 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. Bust out and have a 12-4, go to the playoffs, and then 4-12. I remember so many lean years, good one followed by an ass one. I remember the 5-11 seasons where we had 3 of those in a row. I know last year didn't end the way we wanted to. Forgive me. It's been crazy. I've had so much to do here at Christmas. I just got finished putting another coat of paint on stuff and trying to get everything out tomorrow for everybody. But I know last year didn't end the way we wanted to, but we had some fun times with the 12-4. For us to already have 10 wins, we can easily match what we did last year, maybe even do better than we did last year. I know everybody's down on the team. The defense has been playing terrible the last couple of weeks. Dak's had a few turnovers and things, and everybody is doom and gloom. But I don't know if you've looked around the NFL. It's still a week-to-week league. Kansas City, who did lose to the Colts, mind you, who lost to the Colts, had to go to overtime with the Texans. Some people say Kansas City's the best team out there. I've seen Buffalo lose to the Jets. Buffalo have problems. Josh Allen have some bad throws and interceptions. The Eagles have probably been the most consistent team throughout the year. But now their quarterback's actually hurt. Now we'll find out how well they do with their backup quarterback. And then there's the curse of being the number one seed in the NFC the last 3 years. All three of them have exited in the first round. Or the first game, I should say. It's actually the second round because they got the bye. Football is so up and down. And when we started the season, we were so down. It was dismal. Tyron Smith was gone. Dak broke his finger. We got Cooper Rush coming in. They said, the season's over. Stephen A. Smith, remember that? The season is over. They righted the ship. Then we lost to Green Bay. Said we were frauds. Said we were bums. Hadn't beaten anybody. We looked like ass. And then we ended up destroying the Minnesota Vikings. So, knowing that the team has had lows and rebounded, I'm not panicking as the season goes on. The defense took care of the offense when it needed help, with Cooper Rush in there. Now, it's time for the offense to help take care of the defense until they get healthy again. And that's the way it works when you are a team. It's just like being in a marriage. Sometimes you got to lean on him, sometimes you got to lean on her. But together you make it. And that's where I think this team needs to be. We're constantly out here pointing fingers at this thing, that thing, another thing. In the end, yeah, the mistakes got to stop. But in the end, you win as a team and you lose as a team. You know, in Boy Scouts, I remember a scoutmaster called a scout up. He handed him 2 pieces of rope. And he said, tie a knot in those 2 pieces of rope. That one did. So he took that piece of string and he grabbed another one. He called up another scout. Said, tie those 2 ends together. That scout did. Took another piece of string. Called up another scout. Tie those pieces together. So now, you've got these 3 pieces of string, or 4 pieces of string, with 3 knots on it. You take one piece of that rope is strong. You can't pull it apart. You take those 3 or 4 pieces of string and you tie them together and you pull on that rope. It doesn't matter how strong each individual piece of that string is. That string is only as strong as that weakest knot. That's where we are, guys. The team is only as good as the weakest link. we've got some problems in some positions because of injuries. We miss Hankins. Maybe we get him back for the playoffs, help stop the run. We miss Van Der Esch. Maybe we get him back in 2 weeks from the shoulder stinger. We definitely miss Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown. Those guys aren't coming back this year. But Dan Quinn is looking, and he's going to make the best call between the two guys we signed and everybody else that's left on the roster. They're playing for that position. We got one really good receiver, and then we have a bunch of guys. Maybe T.Y. Hilton can help boost the receiving core that we have. And maybe the thing that I really would love to see, it seems and feels like Mike McCarthy on a loss is always deferring and explaining what was going on as far as play calling went. Here's the reasons why Kellen Moore basically did this. Well, I dare say, if the Cowboys exit week 1 in the playoffs, even though this is the first time the Cowboys have gone to back-to-back playoffs in like 15 years, that Mike McCarthy's job will be over with the Cowboys. Knowing that, you would think Mike McCarthy, knowing that his ass is in the string, it's on the line, that he would take a little more control and responsibility on that play calling to make sure that his ass is covered. You know, everybody this time of year has injuries. Everybody is nicked up and hurt. So you can't use that as an excuse. Cowboys have to do is let's get their shit together. Play mistake-free football. And run the damn football. You've got one of the best running back combinations right now. And you need to use them. Whew. I sound like a tired old ass right now. I think I'm just rambling. Well, you know how I roll. Tell the people you love them. Because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be careful out there if you're going to be traveling for Christmas and all. We've got a bad storm that's supposed to be coming across the country. I know it's supposed to go from like 45 degrees during the day Friday down to like 11 degrees Friday night. It's going to be cold this weekend, so please be careful out there, good people. Peace out.